as we get into spring and summer and we want to start feeling really good and healthy, we have Ingrid Fan here helping us with some plant proteins. And Ingrid is from Loblaws. You're a registered dietitian. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You're going to put us through the gauntlet.
Look at all
Yes. So, more and more people, my colleagues, my family, my friends, and my customers are going meat-free. But the challenge is trying to find protein in plants. And so protein in plants and just animal proteins are such a huge topic. Everyone wants more of it. They want to know how to add it in the diet. They want to know, what's the best source. So I'm here today to kind of show you how to add some plant-based protein into your diet. So to start off, we're going to do a little bit of Q&A.
Right.
So just to test your knowledge on proteins.
I know.
Yes.
I'll be so embarrassed again.
On the right-hand side, we do have, animal versus plant protein. So I want you guys to think and let me know which one you think has more protein. So we have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter versus 1 egg. Which one do you think has more?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Yep.
Anything else?
Well, I'm going to say peanut butter.
Peanut butter, you are correct. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of peanut butter has 9 grams of protein, and an egg has 6. So you're correct.
That's why
terms
I
of that,
eat 2 hard-boiled eggs at one sitting.
So second one is lentils. So this is equal to about 1 cup of cooked lentils we have here versus 3 ounces of chicken.
So that's this one right here.
Yes.
I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say lentils because I feel like that's why we're doing this.
Okay, so correct. So lentils. So 1 cup of lentils has 24 grams of protein, and 3 ounces of chicken has 23.
Wow.
So lentils actually have more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I think why I was going to go with lentils and I went with peanut butter is that we really we're not aware.
Yeah.
We're automatically assuming that what we knew before is what is now.
Meats and, lamb, chicken, pork, and all of those. Exactly.
It's good to get
and
on
lastly,
those
we
legumes.
have beans. So half a cup of red kidney beans versus 1 cup of milk.
I'm going to go with beans again.
I'm going to go with beans.
Yeah, because
But I think you set us up for success.
Exactly.
Okay, so
which
this
is good because we really sucked the last
I know we did.
time.
All right, so this is tricky question. Okay, they're actually equal.
Oh, they're equal.
They're equal, yeah. So they both have about 7 to 8 grams of protein in there, okay? So just a couple of things to keep in mind, okay? Obviously, you want to make sure you have protein all throughout the day. But since now you know about proteins and plant proteins, they do have a little bit more of an edge because they do have added fiber content and iron that sometimes you may not be able to find in all animal proteins, okay?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Something to keep in mind. Another thing is now that you know more about plant proteins, however, not all proteins are created equal. Okay, so something to keep in mind. And so the analogy I have for protein is that protein is made up of amino acids, so they're kind of building blocks to the human body. So, they're kind of like Lego pieces. So animal proteins and some soy, are complete proteins, So some of the stuff I have listed here, which are tofu. So we have some firm tofu here, some dessert tofu. A lot of people don't know. You can add it to your smoothie as well. We do have tempeh over there. So tempeh is fermented soybean, so it's very similar to tofu, but it's more compact. It actually has twice the amount of protein that tofu does.
Wow.
Soba noodles, or what we call buckwheat flour, so in Japan, they call it soba noodles, and so those are great sources of complete protein.
I eat them.
Yes. However, incomplete protein are things like lentils, legumes, beans,
So what do you have
grains.
to mix with them to be complete protein?
So you have to just be mindful of pairing them together,
Yes,
So we do have a beautiful set of chocolate brownies, but these chocolate brownies are actually with red kidney beans and oatmeal. So it's an excellent way to pair them, like oats, as long as you pair them with something like legumes and beans, as you can see. So that's an excellent way, super easy to do, Another thing we also want to try is to do a vegetarian spring roll. Have you ever made them before?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
They're very fresh.
They're fresh. So we have some greens here. We do have some mango, and we do also have some vinegared carrots, I guess you would say, and we have some quinoa. So that's your whole grain there.
You marinated these carrots ahead of time?
Ahead of time, I just put vinegar on them. Yeah,
lovely.
Yeah. So what we're going to do?
Are they cooked?
They are not cooked.
Oh,
you don't have to cook them. They're vegetarian. You're not gonna cook them. So what we're gonna do is just be careful. We have water here, so we're gonna have you soak them in there.
Okay.
So make sure you just don't break them, and you do have to work very quickly with these as well. So if they're kind of a little bit softer already,
Oh dear.
Are they a little bit soft? Starting to?
No, it's starting to break on me. Hold on.
All right, just be a little bit mindful of that. Okay, so I think it's starting to be a little bit soft.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna dip it a little bit more. So you're all wearing surgical gloves, but I'm not. So
And
yeah,
she
these are
gave us heck
perfect.
ahead of time, I'd like to point out.
So we're gonna put this a little bit there. So what you're gonna do is put 2 leafy greens in there. So don't be too ambitious because these are a little bit small, okay, in terms of the
not
rice
too much
paper,
food.
so not too much food.
Okay.
And then so they're starting to be a little bit more loose. Okay, perfect.
sorry. I'm just putting
Okay,
that there.
so you're gonna put 2 of those greens in there.
2 greens.
So we'll maybe pass it on to Grant as
Wonderful.
well.
2 greens.
Yeah,
Two
so don't be
green.
too ambitious with it. We're gonna have a handful of mangoes or carrots. You can do a little bit of both.
These mangoes, are these fresh mangoes? or
Fresh
did you
mangoes.
take? Okay.
Fresh
Could you
mangoes.
use canned?
You can just make sure you drain them. The little bit of the higher sugar content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even if they're in juice.
In their juice, yeah. So
Okay.
I'd like to drain them. So grab some carrots, okay. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some
These are really
quinoa.
soft for,
Yeah, so
I guess the vinegar breaks
So the
it down?
vinegar brings it down for sure. And we're going to add some quinoa in there. So 1 tablespoon of it is good enough. You
Oh,
can add
okay.
maybe a little bit more.
Look how pretty yours is. Mine's all over the place. Like,
What? Oh.
That's okay.
I'm
and
gonna-
then so we're going to fold up the side corners here first. So once we're done.
Side
first.
Okay, okay.
wait, I'm moving this all in the wrong direction here.
That's okay.
Here, okay.
Side
So
first.
side first. So we're going to put this one over here as well.
Oh, I see, okay.
And then we're going to flip them over.
See, I guess I shouldn't have put the...
This is the definition of
lettuce so
playing
close.
with your food.
Yes, because I think unless you do it once, you don't really know, right? Now I would not put my...
So roll them really, really tight.
roll
Perfect.
them really tight.
If you can.
We are not doing well with
No,
this.
we are not. Because I've
Keep
done-
rolling, keep rolling.
Because I've...
And here she said, you've got this easy thing to do with
Yeah.
you
It is
today.
easy. Look, I made these.
Yes, you did a beautiful job. Yours
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yes.
And then once you're done, you can dip them in a peanut butter sauce, okay? So
Okay.
that's your nuts and seeds to pair with the whole grain of
And
the
what
oatmeal.
did you put in your peanut butter sauce?
So a little bit of soy sauce with a little bit of peanut butter. That's it.
I love it. So it
Yeah.
adds a little bit of, it has the sweetness from the peanut butter and then a little bit of a salty.
Salty,
Flavor,
savory
right?
flavor, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is just to show you how
Love it.
easy it is. Oh, I like your
Yours
wraps.
is
Are
much
really
nicer.
nice.
Mine's
Yeah.
even torn on this side. Look at epic fail.
Well, mine's sort of-
epic fail.
It's actually not bad. So it's a good
Can
idea.
we get a blow dry?
Yeah, exactly. Can we try yours?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So dip them in the
Yeah, I want
peanut
it.
butter, as long as you're not allergic to it, and you're more than welcome to try it. So this is
it.
just to show you how easy it is for you to incorporate
And then-
plant-based into your diet.
I love it. So, do you find that not only more and more people are going plant-based, but or even if they do eat meat, they eat meat less frequently?
Yes, so a lot of people are going meatless Mondays. So that's
Okay.
another way for you to incorporate that into your week. And it is a
Right.
lot more economic, in terms of the pricing of the food. So meat can be very expensive. And so plants are another way for you to make sure that, number one, most of the stuff come in canned or frozen. So they're a little bit more shelf stable than, meats and things like that.
I love that,
The
too.
second thing is also as
Shelf
well.
Shelf stable.
Shelf
I'm
stable.
totally stealing that.
Yeah, so
loving
canned
shelf
beans and
stable.
things like that. But another thing as well is just that it's easy to incorporate into, chili and soups and things like that. Whereas meat is like, well, you have to cook it a certain way, right? And so it's a good way to incorporate them into those foods that kids might like and introduce them to have foods that are higher fiber that's really rich in protein.
And I
as well.
guess the younger you introduce different foods,
Yeah.
the better they take to it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, a lot of people are really into the quinoa thing. So we also have some quinoa in here as well. And they're also into the chickpeas, so roasted chickpeas for snacks, which we have also.
Wow.
And then cricket powder, which is a new trend that's coming up as well.
I like
Love it. Cricket
you
powder.
bite because I'm gonna say stay with us. We have so much more still to come as we bite into this now.